Hey everybody, good Wednesday morning, top of the morning to you. A little bit of breeze blowing. It's kind of muggy and hot, even at 6:55 this morning. Sitting out here, the morning seems kind of quiet. Even it's too hot for the birds to be making too much ruckus. But anyhow, good morning everybody. The Morning Post. I'm ready for July to be gone. I hope that August don't linger too long either. It is hot and muggy out here even at 6:08 this morning as I'm writing this. Trees are messy, especially crepe myrtle trees. I cut down one yesterday that was in the center of this deck right here that I'm sitting at this morning. It was a spur of the moment thing. I thought, I'm sick and tired of this damn thing always just making a mess out here every time I try to sit down. And I got my saw out and I cut it down. Sure, it was pretty and it gave shade, but the trade-off over years, it'd been here I planted it maybe 14, 15 years ago. The trade-off wasn't worth it. Trees are a lot like humans. Sometimes it's just not worth it. So far, I have cut down 6 huge trees here at Constance house and 2 smaller ones. If I was ever going to buy a house again, and I probably won't, the first thing I would look at on the property is the trees around the house. Trees are expensive to take down. They're messy. They can cause a lot of havoc on a property. I probably spent $25,000 plus just cutting down trees around this little house. And when I bought this house in 2008, I only paid $19,000 for the house. And in the great collapse of the last Republican housing crash, and I paid more to cut the trees down than I did for the house. Hell, I paid more for my little 2015 used Toyota truck than I paid for the house. But I love the house. But yeah, I love this little corner. It would be hard to pack up and move one day if I ever live. I think I'll just stay here until I ease on out of here. It's less complicated. And plus, I like my bed looking out my windows. Go on, Eddie. Just quit procrastinating and finish this post. But trees, even when Jesus went up to a blind man one time and he prayed for him, and the first time he prayed for him, he said, "How do you see?" And the guy says, "I see men as trees." And I know he was speaking in just the fact that it was blurred vision. But the fact that he saw men as trees, yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's nothing to that. Maybe there is something to that. So far, I've taken down 6 huge trees. The crepe myrtle I took down yesterday was white and had millions of little white blooms that covered the deck like snow all year long. Off in the distance, crepe myrtles are pretty, like humans at a distance. A lot of them's pretty. You get too close to them, you realize they're kind of messy. They ain't that pretty. And they'll make a mess around you. It's best, some of them, to keep them at a distance. But off in the distance, crepe myrtles are very pretty. I have 4 others here in the yard at Constance house. All that shedding they do and all, like, that's fine as long as it's down in the corner of the yard. But not right here over my shoulder, as I'm trying to create this worldwide movement of Eddie William Sellers across this thing called the internet. I'm so oh, it's funny when you can make your own self laugh at it. Oh man. The crepe myrtle I took down was white and had millions of white little blooms that covered the deck like snow all year long. And even right now, I've got to clean this patio off. It was just annoying. Note to self, for those of you that's listening to this podcast this morning, if things are annoying, just get them out of your life. You have that power. Just get them out of your life if they're annoying. Yeah. It's not really that complicated, is it? Trees are a lot like people. They are messy. They are beautiful. They can get sickly. They die. They get reborn. Like humans, they are energy. Like humans, they keep coming back. They get old. They get too big for their britches sometimes, over time. They live long and short lives. Like humans, they give a lot of comfort. I've got a big old sweet gum tree right here. Like humans, when they are gone, they leave a void. On top of all the other horrible things that Trump has thrust upon the country, we are now in a quagmire. Makes perfect sense, though, doesn't it? When the Jesus people elect a reality star to run the country. I kid the Jesus people. Yeah, most of them wouldn't know Jesus if Jesus rode up on a motorcycle and had them a bolo paddle. Good Lord. No wonder Jesus said so many would say, Lord, Lord, and they never knew me. Let me tell you this, if you voted for Donald Trump, you have never one moment in your entire existence ever known Christ or the love of Christ. And if that offends you, I load it up and give it back to you in a double barrel all over again. You have never, ever, ever even fathomed the idea of Christ if you stood in line and voted for that man. Yeah. And you know what? Something about you, deep down inside you, you've always wondered if you had a walk with God. You've always wondered if you was close. You was off track, hon. You was off track. You need to go back to start and get on the right track and start over again. Don't repent. Don't get just go back to where you started from, because evidently you grabbed hold of the devil, and you and the devil's been doing the two why diddy for all these years. So anyhow, let's go on. As a young boy, I was fascinated. Let me see how much time I got left. As a young boy, I was fascinated to climb trees. When we lived on a farm in Yatesville, Georgia, we had a tire that swung from a tree in the front yard. Some mornings before daylight, JT, when he was leaving to go work in the dairy, he would swing us in that tire in the dark of early morning. That was maybe the strangest time of my life, living on that farm down there in Yatesville as a young boy. I made friends with the cow. I called her number 22 because she had some kind of tag in her ear with the number 22 on it. She knew her name over time. I'd feed her watermelon rind, and I'd have scraps from dinner, and she'd meet me at the fence, and I'd feed her every afternoon. She'd come looking for it, a cantaloupe rind and so forth. I finally escaped that farm and made my way back to Cabbagetown and lived on Powell Street with Granny Bratcher. That was probably the strangest, oddest time of my entire life. I want to drive back down through Yatesville sometime. Just go on an afternoon road trip around Yatesville and Barnesville down there. Trees are messy. Life is messy. Childbirth is messy. Childhood is messy. Dying is messy. My life at times has been messy. Politics is messy. Religion is messy. God is messy. Boom Boom is messy. Good Wednesday morning, sweet people. And that's the Morning Post. All right, look, my microphone just became erectile. Is that how you say it? It's got erectile dysfunction. Look at it, it's falling. See y'all.